Hi, this is Jack with Easy Cash Buyer, and today I'm going to walk you through the 3 things you must consider when you owe back taxes and you're selling your house or property to pay them off. The 3 categories to consider are lien priority, figuring out what your payoff is, and choosing your strategy to sell. Now, I must preface before we get into this, one of the big things you need to remember is that time is your enemy. The longer that the debts and all of the delinquent taxes sit out there, the longer that you're paying on those and the interest and fees is accruing. So at the end of the day, you're going to have to pay more money. Next, to sell the property, you need to have clean title. You need to find a way to get all of the debts and all of the delinquent numbers off of the title, because the new buyer can't take title unless it's clear. So let's get in more to number 1, lien priority. Typically, the municipality, like the county or the city you live in, is going to hold first lien priority, like your property taxes or your late water bills. If those aren't paid, typically they're going to collect first. Next, your mortgage is the next in line. If it was filed before any IRS, late income taxes with the state, possibly anything like contractor liens or car loans. Your mortgage is going to get paid off next if it was filed first, and then after that it just goes in order filed. So the Department of Revenue, the IRS, the contractor liens, the car loans, anything else you can think of that's held against the property, it just goes in order filed. And to figure out how much you owe them, number 2, you got to get your payoff. So in getting your payoff, you're going to have to reach out to those agencies. If it's the mortgage company, if it's the IRS, if it's the Department of Revenue, reach out to them, figure out what the number is, and typically a title company can help you with this. They'll add that to your closing statement and they'll take it out of your proceeds to pay them off. Now, sometimes, let's say you're an older individual and you need to sell your property to live off of that money. You may be able to come to a compromise with the IRS or with the Department of Revenue, say, hey, I know that I owe you guys $200,000, but the house, I'm selling it for $200,000 and I need like 50 grand to live off of because otherwise I don't have any income and I can't survive. So there may be ways to come to a compromise when you sell your property. And after that, you're just going to need to figure out what are your late taxes, how much interest is accrued, and are there any extra penalties or late fees? Those all go into finding your payoff. And lastly, number 3, choose your strategy. Now, the big things to note here are you're going to use your proceeds to pay off the debts. And if you're possibly short on the amount and you owe the IRS $500,000 and your house is only worth $300,000, what you can file with them, maybe with the help of an accountant or a CPA or maybe an attorney, you can file a certificate of discharge, which basically removes that lien from the property, even though it wasn't completely paid off. They may take all of the money from the proceeds, but at least it'll get removed from the property so you can have clean title to pay it off and sell it to the next buyer. Now, the 2 big strategies. You can hire a realtor, and this is a good strategy if you have a lot of time and possibly the money to make repairs. They may be able to get you more money, but what you're going to have to deal with is showings, open houses, negotiations, and financing. All things to consider, but you may get more money, and money may be the biggest thing here to pay off your delinquent taxes. Lastly, if you don't have a lot of time, maybe you want to sell your house to a cash buying company like Easy Cash Buyer. We may not be the most money option, but we're going to be the easy button. And if your home is going to auction, like the local municipality sent you a letter in the mail and you're saying, hey, we're going to put your home up for auction, maybe you want to reach out to a home buying company like us or someone else and get an offer and close within 7 to 14 days. Something quick, something easy. You don't have to make any repairs, no cleaning up, no commissions. If this video was helpful, I would love it if you reached out to us, ask us more questions. Our website is youreasycashbuyer.com or call us at 715-303-SELL. Thank you and have a great day.